Welcome to this news flash from March 2016. The fact that I support Donald Trump for president. My main reasons are this. Let me get this straight: the Koch brothers, George Soros, the Republican establishment, the leftist media and various anti-American foreign leaders are all freaked out about Trump? He does not belong to a secret society. My God, how much more evidence do we need that Donald Trump is America's best choice in more than 100 years? Or am I starting to get insane? The insanity defense is all that's left now that the smart set has declared that it's immoral and indecent to even think about voting for Trump. Okay, call me immoral and indecent as well as crazy, because I'm thinking about it. It's been a long road to get here. When Trump's name first popped up, I joked about moving to Canada. When he launched his campaign, I cursed him, certain he was going to create a circus just when Republicans finally had a strong field of candidates. I like those Republicans even though I'm a registered Democrat, just not that kind of Democrat. I voted for President Obama in 2008, believing he meant it when he said no red states, no blue states, only the United States. The barrier he broke added to his appeal. 6 months later, I was off the bus. It was already clear Obama had no intention of building a consensus on anything, although few realized he would be such a radical and partisan polarizer. He may love America, but doesn't seem to like actual Americans. Other than himself, of course. With the world on fire thanks to his abdication of global leadership, and with the home front nervous and angry, the 2016 race couldn't come soon enough. I hoped a Democrat would emerge to realize that Obama has set us on a course that was dangerous and unsustainable, with our national debt exceeding $18 trillion. Clearly, neither Bernie Sanders nor Hillary Clinton is that Dem, though I'll vote for Sanders in the New York primary just to send her a message. Following Obama, Clinton's election would be a calamity. She would be beholden to him, and unable to shift much from his disastrous policies. And who knows what she really believes. Besides, if the Clintons are rewarded with the White House again, it would be impossible to demand honesty from any public official in America. She is thoroughly corrupt and, in the memorable words of the late William Safire, a congenital liar. Voting for her is a give-up on the future. So I'm stuck with Republicans, but my favorites were rejected, with only Kasich surviving by a thread. Frankly, I don't blame voters. They've had it with vanilla men who play nice and quietly lose elections. If the nominee is another Mitt Romney, Clinton would win in a landslide. As noted, I do admire Cruz, but he strikes me as more Barry Goldwater than Ronald Reagan. He's whip-smart, but too rigid ideologically and personally joyless. If I were president, I would nominate him for the Supreme Court in hopes he could fill Antonin Scalia's shoes as the leading constitutionalist. Which leaves only Donald J. Trump. He's weird, erratic, and I have no idea what he will say or do next. His nasty put-downs of rivals and journalists, especially Megyn Kelly, diminish him. His policies are as detailed as bumper stickers and his lack of knowledge about complex issues scares me. If he weren't the GOP frontrunner, the gaps in his game would make it easy to dismiss him. But dismissing him requires dismissing the concerns of the 7.5 million people who have voted for him. That I can do. My gut tells me much of the contempt for Trump reflects contempt for his working-class white support. It is one prejudice gentry liberals and gentry conservatives share. It is perhaps the last acceptable bigotry, and you can see it expressed on any primetime TV program. The insults don't all seem good-natured to me. I grew up in central Pennsylvania, surrounded by the kind of people supporting Trump, and I sympathize with their worsening plight. For generations, they went all in for the American dream. Their families fought the wars, worked in the factories, taught school, coached Little League and built a middle-class culture. Now they are abandoned and know it. Nobody speaks for them. The left speaks for the unions, the poor and the non-white, even shedding tears for illegal immigrants and rioters and looters. The GOP speaks for the Chamber of Commerce, big business and Wall Street. Donald Trump at a rally in Utah ahead of the state's caucuses. Trump alone is bringing many of these forgotten Americans into the political system, much as Obama did with millennials and black voters. Trump has done it with full frontal attacks on lopsided trade deals and a broken immigration system. His message is a potent brew of populism and nationalism that reaches across the partisan divide, and the public response is stirring the American country. In fact, many who despise Trump concede he is right that globalization and the open border flood of cheap labor, while benefiting many Americans, has hurt many others. But instead of working to fix a broken status quo, many on the left and right echo each other's venomous attacks against him. One day he is Mussolini, the next he's Hitler, and he's routinely accused of hate speech and racism. What is his great sin? Breaking the taboo about what ails the middle class? Daring to challenge a power system that only pretends to have the consent of the governed? For his chutzpah, tens of millions of dollars are being poured into attack ads against Trump, and the urgent blue-nosed concerns about dark pools of money in politics have vanished. As long as he's the target, all is fair. Often, the avalanche of sludge against Trump looks and sounds like a reactionary confederacy fighting to keep its power and privileges. Naturally, the mainstream media is slashing away. A Washington Post editorial claims that stopping Trump is the only way to defend our democracy. In other words, those troublesome voters are the problem. A New York Times columnist raised the prospect of assassination. Sure, it was a joke. Make that joke about Obama or Clinton and see who laughs. I don't know if Donald Trump is the right person for the job, but Trump's courage and appeal must be admired, and we don't always get to pick our revolutionaries. And make no mistake, Donald Trump is leading a political revolution. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe if you don't want to miss a video. More videos are coming soon.
All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. God damn it! My life has value.